$1,000 a day in sales was like my ultimate goal, like not my starting goal, like my ultimate goal. And it wasn't that long ago. Like we did over like $1 million in one day. Like it was like, in one day, I think it was like $1.2 million. So like, this was not in the cards for me, but I made it my destiny. That sounds kind of lame.
No,
but
I love that. Put that on the top. Well, welcome, Raquel.
Hi. I feel like I know you already.
I know, because I see you on Instagram all the time. I'm like, reunited.
You've always been so lovely to us. And who was Elijah? I can't thank you enough. And I walked in here today and it just smelled so beautiful and morning after. So thank you.
She
really does wear it, guys.
Yeah, I really do. I just showed Raquel one of the smaller ones in my handbag, and I overspray any perfume because I just love it. So I'm like an extra spritz. So I definitely smell like morning after, which is my current fave. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast, Raquel. People who see Who is Elijah now, they see it as this huge global brand. But I want to start with the girl before the business. Who was Raquel before Who is Elijah, and what is going on in your life when you came up with this idea?
I feel like Raquel back then was different to who I am today, but then the bones of her with who I am today. She was an executive assistant. I was 23 and I went to Coachella. But that was the beginning of the journey. So I was no children. I was single. I had just asked my now husband to be my boyfriend. So that says a lot about our relationship.
You're a go-getter?
I just, don't like to wait around for things.
Why not?
Take it when you want it. So I was working as an executive assistant, but then I went to Coachella and I was introduced to this fragrance oil from a friend of a friend. It sounds like a fake story. And I just got obsessed with this fragrance oil. Again, my 23-year-old budget, I wasn't going and buying fragrance. My parents were buying me Byredo Gypsy Water for like my 21st, 22nd, 23rd. But so I wasn't this like big fragrance lover or anything like that. But I just fell in love with this fragrance and it sparked this rosé-induced idea in my head a little after Coachella to start a fragrance brand. But up until that point, I was an EA until almost 2 years into the business.
Oh my gosh.
And I had a baby in between.
Okay, so this was just happened by chance.
Happened by chance. So they fell in love with the fragrance, came back, kept thinking about it, started wearing it. People chasing me down the street, begging to know what fragrance I was wearing. Like you, I'd love to over apply a scent. And that sparked the idea. And then I started just bottling the fragrances in my bedroom, my lounge room, sorry, not my bedroom. And I had no idea what I was doing. And I think we'll get into it later. But I just like, why not? I think
that's so important with business. Whenever anyone asks me about starting their own business, I always ask them, are they really passionate about it? Because if you're not, owning your own business, it's not just 9 to 5. It's like 24 hours a day. You kind of can't switch off. And there's a lot of responsibility on yourself and a lot of risks, like putting money into a business and, everything that comes with it. So
all the fun stuff.
You obviously had a passion for it.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
I just got obsessed with it. Like I speak about it a lot. Like I think it's so important to be obsessed if you're going to go in and build a company and a brand, because like what you just mentioned, like it's so bloody hard. But it's never been so hard that I've been like, oh, I can't do this. I love it. I love it.
Oh, wow. Well, that was a question that I have later on for you, but I'll have it now. Was there or has there been any moment at all, because that's really rare if there hasn't been, that you're just like, should I just close down the business, focus on the kids, focus on my partner, do something else? Never.
I know.
What?
I get asked this all the time. Honestly, like, no, because I couldn't imagine there's anything that I deal with is as bad as having a boss and having to ask to go on holiday and having to ask to do anything, like ask permission to do anything. Like, no, like give me a business any day over having a boss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So has there been a moment in your business where it has gone in a really negative direction? Maybe a decision you made and you're like, a big, huge risk of losing it all. Did that even give you some type of...
No, because I feel like my biggest motto in business is fail fast and move on. So like failing,
I love that.
It's not like when I say fail, fail a decision, like a decision fails you. Like, okay, whoops, let's fix it and move on. I learned from that. So, and my husband's in the business and I feel like we both got the same mindset. It's like, fuck, but like, okay, what did we learn from that? How do we move on and make it better from there? And I don't know, I'm probably like blissfully and not blissfully unaware, but I'm like too positive.
No, that's
but
really
I just think like, I don't know.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it is helped that your husband is in the business
Yeah.
with you. So he kind of understands
Yeah.
where you guys are at and you're on the same page.
We're on the same page, and like people always are like, oh God, how do you guys work together? And I'm like, don't project your shitty relationship on my relationship, because we actually enjoy each other.
Yeah.
But no, I think like I can't imagine it being him having his own business or him having a different job, because we just work on the same thing every single day. We've got the same goal, the same North Star. And when it's a hard time in the business, we're both going through it. So it's not like one of us has to go home and explain why we don't feel like talking or hugging, or you know what I mean?
That could be really beneficial.
It's just easy. Like we both understand what's going on in each other's like work life all the time. I guess all life.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I can't imagine another way.
Yeah. Has there ever been a time where like you've made a decision, or he has, and it's been a big mistake, or you know you've lost lots of money, and like you look at each other like, oh, you made that decision and now we've lost this much money? Has
I
ever
feel like
been a
I
situation
do that to
like
him.
that?
He would never do that to me. He's
I feel like
the
I would
nicest
do that with
person.
my sisters in my brand too. I'd be like, your choice.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think that is like an unspoken rule. Like we're both allowed to make decisions in the business. We always like talk about the decisions first. So it's not like well, maybe not me actually. But you know, I just think like we both made mistakes, so it's never been like, oh my God, that's your mistake. Like we both will be like, oh my God, I fucked up, like sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's like we've like got a really nice relationship.
Yeah, that does sound really
Yeah.
healthy. That sounds like a healthy
It's very
relationship.
healthy. Yeah.
So with any of your lessons, can you tell me one of the biggest ones of any mistakes that like have happened? And I want to know, because I feel like that's pretty amazing that you can like, you know, do something that might have lost you a lot of money and still be so positive about the business. I think that's an amazing way to have your mindset.
Gosh, so
and I
many
think that's a
mistakes.
huge lesson to other people, because they might go through much minor, you know, mess ups in the business and just be like, this maybe
it.
isn't for me. Let me just go and focus on working a job or being a mummy or whatever it is.
Look, it's definitely not for everyone. I think start there. And I think like, again, going back to what I said before, like if you're not obsessed, it's not going to work. And it's not for everyone. But yeah, oh gosh, so many mistakes come to mind. We've hired so many wrong people, and you know, they're scary things can happen, because it's not that easy to fire someone in Australia. It's actually quite hard, and it's very annoying. It's hard to break up with someone. I feel like it needs to, you know, go both ways. But that's not really that's an expensive mistake in the sense of time wasted and wrong decisions made. And I don't want to go too far into it, but you know, recently we had someone and they were in charge of the retail side of the business, which is 50% of the business. It's millions and millions of dollars. And we thought that person was an expert. They were not, and really, I feel like detrimented almost 12 months of the business. Like it's millions of dollars. So I feel like that is, and I brought them into the business, so that's my mistake.
Yeah.
But you know, you move on. Then we found someone better, and now we're on our way.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but it's not like.
But it's a lesson.
It's just a lesson, and like I think this year has been the hardest year of Who Was Elijah.
Really?
Yeah, just like it'll be the biggest year of revenue. But more money, more problems. So I think it's just been like a year of lessons coming out of it like really positive and a really good position. But it's been hard. I moved to London at the start of the year, hated it, lasted 4 months, moved the whole family back. That was an expensive mistake. Again, another one of my mistakes. I feel like I'm the one that makes all the mistakes, but I'm the one I've just like got
You're
no
also the go-getter
risk
too,
factor
I feel.
inside of me. Like I don't really consider the risk. I'm like not stupidly, but I'm not sitting there like calculating like, oh, what if this happens? Like I just don't have that bone in my body. Adam doesn't either. Maybe a little bit more than me, but we're pretty similar in that sense. He's just also just like, yep, okay, no worries. Like let's do it. Let's give it a go.
I love that.
Yeah, I just sounded so Australian then.
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
I absolutely love that. So you're a mama also.
Yeah, it's got 2 little babies.
Oh my gosh. So can we talk about the
Yeah.
juggle? Because for me, it's craziness.
How many kids do you have?
I've got 5.
Yeah, like
So
okay.
I've got 2 step kids.
Two's easy.
And then it's all hard. Sometimes you have a
Yeah.
difficult child too. That's like
Yeah.
it's like juggling
Gosh,
5
you've got
kids on its
5.
own.
I thought 4. Okay, 5.
Yeah, so I've got
You're
the 4
wild.
that live with me, and
Yeah.
then my son comes back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's a
Wow.
lot of juggling. How do you juggle both?
Oh, I feel like I don't even need to have the conversation with you. You tell me how you do it. No, I had my kids young. I was 25. So when I had George, I was 25. He's now nearly 7. I just felt like I was so young at 25. How old were you when you had your first?
23.
Yeah, so did you feel young or did you feel ready?
Yeah, I always wanted kids young.
Okay.
Like I wanted to have kids like when I was like 18,
Yeah.
19.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
I've always wanted lots.
Yeah.
And I think because I knew I wanted lots, I was like, I've got to start young.
Yeah,
I never
okay.
really
You're, like,
thought
ready.
about my business entrepreneur working for someone career. It was always just to become a mum.
I'm going to be a
Yeah.
mummy. I'm a mummy.
Yeah, I just wanted to be a mummy my whole life.
Love that.
But I got a lot of my business drive from my stepdad, who's
Yeah.
an entrepreneur, and we lived overseas with him. We lived in Hong Kong. We lived
Wow.
in Switzerland. I went to school in Singapore. So he was a big businessman, and I think that really just put that drive in me, and like the risk as well. Like he would do massive deals and take huge risk, and some would go through and some wouldn't, and he would just be up and working on the next deal. So I think that's where that came for me. So it's like I've always wanted to be a mummy, but then I've always had
Been
like
around
this
that business.
yeah, and it really just fills my cup, because I've had situations where I've got multiple businesses and I'm like, is it worth the headache? Is it worth the stress? Like there's stressful moments owning your own brand. And sometimes I have conversations with my husband. I'm like, should I just sell up and just be a mommy? Mommy?
Mummy. Mamacita.
But business really fills my cup.
Yeah.
That brings me to like having it all. Do you think it's possible to have a career and be a really amazing mum? And what does that look like to you?
You can have it all. We can have it all, but we just can't have it all at once. Like, I'm not always a good mum. My kids are always looked after, but I felt this so, and I don't regret having them so young. I'm glad that I did, because I think now if I hadn't had kids yet, I'm 31. I don't know if I'd say yes to Adam right now. Like, if life is fun. Life is like so busy right now. I can't imagine me going and getting pregnant now. I don't know, but then I'd probably be like, it's time.
Yeah.
But when I had George, I was just not that I wasn't ready to be a mum. Adam's 5 years older. He was 30. I was excited and I was happy, but I didn't know how quickly the time was going to pass, and I didn't cherish those newborn moments. Like right now I crave a newborn, and I think it's because I didn't take advantage of it when they were newborns.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got a lot of friends who are in that exact situation. And one of them's actually selling their business and then going to have and try and plan to have a baby because they want to just soak in those moments that they kind of didn't have with the other kids. And I know a few different friends that are in that same situation. So for me, when I had mine, I always had that in mind. So like you said, you can't have it all at once. My businesses, didn't succeed as much as they could have if I was focusing on the business end, but I was focusing on the kids because I kind of knew that would happen, and like all the milestones, they come so quick and then they go.
I know.
Do you ever feel mum guilt?
I get asked this all the time. Honestly, no.
I feel like I've seen you say this online somewhere, and that's so rare because every mum I've spoken to, they're like, yes, and it never goes away, and you're just like, nope,
I don't know.
not at all.
Lying? I don't know. Like, no, I don't feel guilty. Like coming here on a Saturday, I'm like, okay, bye. I travel a lot. I love it. Like that's my me time. Going up in an airplane for 14 hours to LA or 24 hours to London. I'm like, yes. Like I don't connect to the Wi-Fi.
So what if like your son's like, Mom, I'm gonna miss you. Can you just stay? What would you?
No, honey, I can't. I'm really busy. Mummy's important. No, look, my kids, they understand it. Like they definitely like cry sometimes for me. And I obviously like, I'm not like, ugh. I'm like, oh my God, I love you. I love them to death. And they're at the best age now, 6 and nearly 4. I don't know. I feel like I don't get mum guilt in the traditional sense. Obviously, I miss them when I'm away. And Sienna, who's just sitting behind me, we were just in, where were we? London? Yeah, London. And we were meant to go to LA. That's right. And I just said to Sienna, I'm like, I want to go home. And we just went home. I cancelled my LA trip. So like, if I'm ever feeling like that, I'll just go home.
So you go with your gut.
Go with my gut, you know, like if they need me, obviously, and that comes with the flexibility of like, I don't have a boss. I don't have anyone to answer to. If I want to not go to work for a week, I don't have to go to work for a week. I'll make up for it at nighttime. But I've got that flexibility. So I feel like I'd much rather the situation I'm in now. I feel like I get more mum guilt over like children I don't even know. Like, you know, when you see like sad stories and I'm like, I wish I was your mum. I feel like I get mum guilt about that.
Okay, so with mum guilt, do you think you could give any tips to any mums that get really bad mum guilt? Like, is it like a mindset thing of how you look at the situation? Like, you're providing.
I'm providing, yeah. Like, my children have a lovely life. Like, they're so happy. If they're happy and safe, what are you feeling? Not what are you feeling guilty about, but like, don't put so much pressure on yourself. And also, like, it's never been like a goal, not a goal of mine. I don't want to say the wrong thing. People are going to think I'm a bloody bad mum. I have never been like, I want to be the best mum ever. Yeah. Like, I am an amazing mum. I provide, but I'm not like trying to do everything all at once. Like, I'm not, I always forget to go to the school events.
You're not making muffins.
I'm not making muffins. At
the bake sale.
Yeah, like that. I think that's what I mean about like not trying to be the perfect mom. Like, I'm there for them, but I'm not at the bake sale. Yeah. I'm not at school canteen. I keep getting asked to work in the school canteen and my son
asked me if I could work in the canteen at the school.
Oh God. Yeah. I haven't. Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know if they let people volunteer for that, but like maybe
they're asking for volunteers.
Oh, one day, one time, he's like, I just want free food from you. I'm like, I can just order you tuck shop. But
like, my son just started playing Oz Tag and he's had like 4 games and I haven't been to one. Like, but I'm there at home with his dinner cooked.
Well, I love that you're not beating yourself up over it. I really do agree that it's a mindset thing. And if you're like focusing on, you know, the business and the lifestyle for them and they're happy and they're getting, you know, fed and they're being taken care of, then that's the main thing. I go through stages where I'm up and down. It must be depending on the time of the month. Yeah. But sometimes I'm like, I need to do this and I enjoy doing it. And for me, with not even work, with like just taking, like, whether it's going and getting a facial and things like that, I find those things really important for me because then I come home and I'm not cranky and I'm not screaming at everyone in my house. Otherwise, it's like grumpy mum, you know?
I'm the same. I need my massages. I love my facials. Need my massages. I like love my alone time. Yeah. And I think that's like the hardest transition, getting married, having kids. It's like, I would just love to have my own apartment and just sit in quiet and watch TV and no one talks to me. Like, that sounds lovely. But then I love my family as well. So I need my alone time. Otherwise, I'm probably not that nice to be around.
Yeah, you need to recharge. Well, do you think that business is more stressful for you or being a mum?
I don't find being a mum stressful.
Because you're very easygoing,
I'm quite chill. But maybe I'm too chill. I don't know. But no, I feel like, I don't know, what's stressful? Trying to pick what to watch on TV.
Yeah.
No, I think business is much more stressful because there's so much important, finance, where we've got 30 staff, like we've got 30 people that depend on us financially every week. But I try not to, I'm quite a carefree, stress-free person. I just get on with it.
I love that. Yeah. So do you think you have any tips for all the stressful people listening right now? Is there anything that can help calm the nerves?
Massages for me. And just going having alone time. I feel like once I have my alone time, I love listening to podcasts. Like today I went for a walk, listening to a podcast and just being by myself. I feel like that de-stresses me. I have all the arguments inside my head, type out the angry messages, don't send them. Sometimes send them. I don't know, just having a alone time, doing what makes you happy, and then doing that and prioritizing yourself. I see a lot of mums and they put their kids at their number one priority every day, and it's that is not sustainable in my opinion. When I fell pregnant, I was only 24, and then Adam and myself said to each other the kids need to fit into our life, not the other way around, because we hadn't been together for that long either.
Says that.
Yeah, I do think that it's important. Adam and I never fight, and we have such a healthy relationship, and I think that's got something to do with it. It's we never well, like I never went full mum mode in a sense. I see some mums fully just reject their husband after they have kids, and I'm like, it's so sad. Like I want to have a fun, flirty. Like I tell him all the time, like, be my boyfriend. Like I don't really need you to be my husband. Like be my boyfriend.
Yeah, no,
and it's fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. I think it's hard for some mums when the kids are so needy though. Like me and my husband are very much the same. Like we have weekly date nights.
That's nice. Yeah,
and he said the same thing. Like they need to fit into our schedule. So like we need to focus on what we're doing, and then we incorporate them. But then there'll be times where like my kids will want to co-sleep with me, and then
we do that.
He hates that because he gets woken up really easily. So he'll be like, put the kids in their own bed. But I'm like, but they want me and things like that. So I feel like you go up and down in your relationship. Well, I do when the kids kind of need you most. And then when there's so many,
yeah, wow.
It's like giving your time to each child. Like I wanted even more kids, but they're so time consuming with a different issue. Zara's 14, Zaid's 12, Aaliyah's 9, Jabrel's 6, Giselle's 4.
Yeah, okay. So you got a good gap though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I really love.
5 under 5.
Yeah. I don't know. When I see like the really, really young ones like that, I don't know how they do it at all.
You and I have another one, I feel like.
I don't know. I feel like I would, but I feel like my husband
would be
wouldn't.
like, no.
He's like done with like the tantrums, especially Giselle. She's like super crazy girl.
I love that name, Giselle. That's
She's
so pretty.
just so crazy though, like with the tantrums and screaming.
Yeah, my daughter does that.
And my husband's just like, I just can't.
Yeah.
Like I just can't with this. So I feel like I would have another one, but I'm not sure if he would. But yeah, I feel like in relationships it goes up and down, but it sounds like you and your partner have a really healthy one.
2 kids is like, I feel like 2 kids is easy. So we're like tossing up,
manageable.
do we have another one? Like TMI.
If you're even asking, I feel like you will.
I know. So I just went and got like my IUD put back in, and then I thought I had an issue with it, and I had to go get a scan the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I've had an issue once before with it, and I had to get it taken out. And I was like, if it's an issue, I'm getting it taken out, and you can get a vasectomy. And he's like, sorry, TMI, everyone.
No, it's not TMI at all.
and he was like, I'll get a vasectomy. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, but he's like, oh, and I was like, what? Do you want another child? And he's like, maybe. I feel like we're going to have another one. And I'm like, not now. So I feel like we've just got this comfortable little 4 of us. And I'm like, I don't know, about 3. Might just ruffle the feathers. And I'm just really happy with life right now.
3's a good number too. 2's
but
really
3's a good number.
But if you're questioning it, you probably will.
I know.
But we've been in the exact situation. That's so funny because I want to get my IUD out.
Yeah, okay.
Which, by the way, I'm terrified.
No, I had it out.
I Googled and apparently it's so painful.
No,
is it?
I had it out at the start of the year. It was fine. Like in
oh
the
my
chair.
gosh. I've been putting it off because I'm just visualizing like a hook being ripped out.
No, it's
and
fine.
I'm cancelling my appointment. But that's my intention to get it out. I'm like, I've been on it for a few years and I just want to get off everything. And so I said to my husband, I said, you can have, the snip then. Yeah. And that's when I kind of was like, but wait.
It sounds too permanent.
But wait. Yeah, that sounds like no babies forever. So we're kind of in that same situation, which is really hard. But it's kind of like if you're done, then why is the woman meant to stay on birth control? Like I'm just like, we already get pregnant.
Yeah, we do.
We already have the babies. Everything else, like why do we, because my husband's like, you can just go on another birth control. I'm like, no.
Your turn.
It is your turn to do something because he's scared of needles and all of the above. But I'm like, no, you have to. So we're kind of in that situation now where we're, but if it's not painful, I'm going to book it back in.
No, honestly, I was
Don't Google
I was
it
scared
to
as
anyone.
well, but it was
It's, like,
fine.
scary.
It was fine.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Okay, so maybe more babies for us. Who knows? Okay, for any mums listening who have the dream of opening their own business but feel overwhelmed with the kids and life, what are some small steps you'd recommend for them to take?
Oh, I mean, I always say just get started, whether that's making the logo. Like it's not meaning this big get started. It could just be something so simple like making the logo, reaching out to the manufacturers, getting some samples. Like sampling's so much fun. Do like all the exciting stuff and test it. Are you obsessed? Is it all you think about? Do you lay in bed at night on ChatGPT? Like that's what I do, asking my best friend Chatty, I call him, questions and asking for ideas. I love ChatGPT. Like just start with the exciting stuff and see, do you get excited? And then once you get so excited and you get the the ball rolling, then you have to do maybe some boring stuff. You don't care because you're so obsessed with it. So I feel like if I was going to start again, that's what I would do.
I agree with
Just
you.
like to test the waters and just
see
start.
how much you love it.
See how much you love it.
Yeah, because passion, like some days I'll give people advice too, and I'm like, yeah, if you have a passion and you're obsessed with it, yes. But then some days I'll be like, just don't do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you're already overwhelmed.
Yeah. Okay. So are they overwhelmed in their own job already?
Yeah. Like, or with the kids
but
or
even
whatever
better,
it is.
you're getting paid by someone else to start your own business. I was doing that. I was so naughty. I turned the boardroom of the company I worked with into like my own little office. I would just pull the curtain shut, book it out, and I would do all of my postage in there. And I know it's so bad. I talk about it all the time. It's not a secret. I think they know anyway.
Your old boss.
My old boss. But like perfect. Like you're already getting paid, and you know you only have to work 9 to 5 then, and then work on the business at night time. It's like the perfect time to start.
But do you think it's oversaturated for some businesses? Because I feel like online, especially like TikTok and things, you see people and they're like selling out, and like you see them do the launch dates and it's like ding, 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 and like all the sales coming through and like, oh my God, and they're crying. I see so many of those. And sometimes I feel like saying that's just sometimes the case and sometimes it's not reality.
And sometimes fake. I feel like a lot of people fake it.
Yeah. I actually was watching one the other day and it actually looked so fake.
Did it?
I was like,
yeah.
Is that fake or no? But anyways, I'm saying online it can be like glamorized.
So glamorized, and like, you know, it took us years to get into any like glamorous, you know, events and things like that. But I don't know, like I feel like you would know yourself, I think. Are you ready for that challenge? You know, some people just enjoy having a safe job. They know they're getting paid every week or every month, whatever it is. I just I've always been a dreamer. Always I want to live in the big, beautiful house. I want to go on the really nice holidays, and, you know, that's what I want to do. And it's also like, it's not always a financial driver for me. Like I genuinely just love businesses, and like, I just launched a little mentor business yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, because so many people asked me to be a mentor.
Oh my gosh.
And I like built this website, and I literally sat at home all day because my website wasn't amazing. So I just like literally went on ChatGPT, sending all the screenshots. This is happening on the website. How do I fix it? And I just it took me 6 hours, but it probably would have cost me like $10,000 to pay a developer.
So ChatGPT taught you?
Yes.
Amazing.
And I fully did it. And then I launched the website.
Go girl.
And I but what I'm trying to say is like the adrenaline that I felt when I pressed go live and people were signing up because I had a wait list and I sent an EDM out. I was like, this is better than any drug that you could have. Like that feeling that I love it. So I think I'm just like, I think this is just what I meant to do.
Yeah. Where do you think your drive has come from? Like your parents, or was there someone in your life that kind of has been that?
Probably like seeing, this is going to sound mean. I hope my parents aren't listening. Both my parents have good businesses themselves. I'll speak to my dad. Because I don't care if I piss him off. Probably like seeing them and seeing like, I kind of want to like do it differently, you know, and like Do you ever
give them business advice?
Yes, but it's probably a little bit late for them. I don't know, just wanting more. I think just wanting more. And like when I met Adam, I wasn't really thinking about, I wasn't at all actually, wasn't thinking I want to have my own business, but I was an EA and I was like, I want to climb the company ladder, the corporate ladder. So I always had that drive to just like, I never wanted to depend on a man. I think, and like I ended up having like the nicest man ever. So I could have just depended on a man, but I think it was just ingrained from me from an early age, like don't depend on anyone.
Yeah. And to be able to, you know, just make your own money and do what you want, if that's the case. Well, what's one thing that you do that makes your life run smoother? It can be something small, something big.
Delegate.
I
am not an organized person. I'm the worst.
Really?
Sienna's laughing at me.
Oh my God. I feel like you'd have to be such an organized person to have such a big,
I just
amazing
have
company.
good people in the spots I need them.
Yeah. And where do you find these good people? Because I know hiring is very hard, and your staff is your biggest
staff is
investment,
hard.
And it's like the biggest thing for your company. It can kind of make it or break it. So where do you find them?
You know what,
I love a word of mouth. referral?
Yeah, love her word of mouth. Like Sienna, for example, behind me, she DM'd me on Instagram 2 years ago.
Love Instagram.
And I just loved her vibe. But she, she came in, first job out of school, and she started in customer service, and she's like worked her way up. Just got a promotion yesterday.
Congrats. Shout out.
Comes with me everywhere. Yes, I think, and then we just hired Britt, our new head of brand. She has been like one of the best things that we've brought into Who Is Elijah. She came through Seek, so we put a job out. So, I think it's hard. And again, figure it out. Hire fast, fire faster.
No, isn't it? Hire slow, fire fast?
Yeah.
Or I could be just saying a different one because that's what someone said to me.
I think hire slow. I think take your time for sure.
Skin.
Yeah.
Because we've hired people before and in the meetings, it's so weird in the interviews. Like they say the best stuff.
They're so prepared.
Like me and Amy have been so wrong. And now we go into interviews and we don't even, when we go, what did you think? We're like, we don't even know.
I know.
Get them in, get them start working because they could have said all the right things.
Yeah.
And we've been like traumatized with some people that were like, this person's amazing. They're this, and this. And then come in and literally been hanging up on like clients' calls. And we're like, what is wrong with these people?
People lie. I know. Like,
people lie.
Like there's been quite a few occasions where it's been amazing interview. They've come in and like by lunchtime day one, I'm like, get them the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, no.
So you've got to do it fast.
We maybe don't do it that fast, but like, I'm like, but I'll be like, I think they've lied. Like, I think they've lied like day one. You can just, straight away because then anyway, won't get too into it. But yeah, I think the hiring is, but then at the beginning of Who Is Elijah, we would just like word of mouth, I'd hire friends and then they would hire friends and it was like perfect.
Yeah.
But now that we're like, we have to be quite corporate now, which I hate, but now I'm starting to actually love just because it's a big business now and we're global and there's so many moving parts. We have to have A players now.
Yeah.
So we're like, we need
like qualified people.
Like experts. Like we need the experts now. And, we're getting a lot of success out of hiring like fractional people like, what's the other word for it? Consultants. I just couldn't think of the word then. Like we brought in like consultants now and they are, quite a lot more money, but they do the job of 1.5 to 2 employees. And, they're setting it up properly and then we'll bring in the A players or B players to come into a perfectly executed department.
Yeah.
Because, along the way I don't know how to set up operations of a fragrance business. There's so much red tape in cosmetics and fragrance. So we just kind of winged it the whole way, but we can't wing it anymore. So now we're bringing in the experts.
Yeah, I love that for you. So that's one of your little life hacks to life running smoother.
Oh yeah, delegate. Yeah, delegate and go get a massage.
And go get a massage.
If that's not me, I don't know what is.
No, I love that. So Raquel, finally, if you could speak to the version of yourself who was hand filling those bottles, what would you tell her now?
Oh, I'd say, girl, you've got no idea what was going to happen. I'd just like run over to her, give her the biggest hug. I'd say so many things. I'd be like, you're thinking too small because my goal back then was like $1,000 a day in sales was like my ultimate goal, like not my starting goal, like my ultimate goal. And it wasn't that long ago. Like we did over like $1 million in one day. Like it was like, in one day, I think it was like $1.2 million. So like, and now it's like, okay, well, what more can we do? But like, I just tell her like dream bigger and you got this and it's going to be really hard, but you'll figure it out and just life's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You have such an amazing story.
Oh, thank you.
Like that's so inspiring for I'm sure so many women listening and maybe in their kitchen and thinking, oh, I would love to do this and having a dream of their own and maybe having little ones running around and thinking it's not possible. So
if I can do it, you can. Yeah, because this was not in the cards for me. Like, this was not in the cards for me, but I made it my destiny. That sounds kind of lame.
No,
but
I love
did.
that. Put that on the top. Put that on the top. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much for coming in, Raquel. So inspiring. And I know women will take so much away from that.
Thank you, everyone.